So let's talk about our fridges. All of our fridges are a 3-way fridge on the 2017 and newer models. Basically, any size fridge has the same control setup. So pretty standard operation. Turn it on, just give it a minute. Right away we see the temperature will be where it was last set. And then this takes a little bit of time to figure out where we've last left it, which was AC now. So as long as we've got shore power, it'll go to AC. If we don't have power, you won't be able to get it to go to AC. That's that operation. We're in auto. If we just simply unplug the trailer, it'll automatically go and try and ignite on propane. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but let's assume you're plugged in and you want to force the fridge to run on propane. That shuts off the auto and it'll now try and ignite on propane. Which, there we go, it's trying to ignite. So when it's on auto, that's how you would get AC to light up if there's shore power available. Keep in mind, if you've got a surge protector EMS unit, once you plug in, you got to give it 3 minutes before it'll flip over. This middle button, although it looks like it's AC DC toggling, it's not. This is strictly the 12 volt DC on off switch. Turn it on, goes to DC. Doesn't matter what we do. If you turn it off, back on again, it's going to go to its last setting, which is DC. So this is strictly an on-off button for DC. So when we switch it off, it should go back to auto. And if AC is available, to come here. If we're not plugged in, it'll just right away go to propane. So let's talk about the DC feature here. Lots of our customers don't like to drive with the propane turned on while you're on the road. That's fine. So you can run with it on propane, but always, or on DC, but look at DC as an assist. It draws a lot of battery power to run this. So on the smaller fridge, we're running around 10 amps to run. On the larger 6 cubic foot fridge, we're running about 23 amps to run it. So the larger fridges, we really recommend, if you've got solar and it's a sunny day, the solar will help your vehicle keep that battery charged up. And definitely, get the fridge cold, get your food cold, down to temperature, and then if you're hitting 12 volt while you're on the road, it's a lot easier to just maintain that cold than try and bring it up to the temperature. So now, keeping in mind, say a 10 amp draw, that'll flatten, typically it'll flatten one battery in about an hour and a half. So if you've got a dual 6 volt battery setup and no solar, and you've left it on DC, and went for a hike in the woods, you come back, you're liable to have dead batteries. 3 hours, that's as long as it needs. So when you stop, switch it back onto propane, and that's that. So let's talk about the check light here. So that is strictly for the propane operation. So when you turn the fridge to ignite on propane, it goes through 3 attempts to try and ignite. And that process takes 3 minutes approximately. So after 3 attempts, if it didn't light, this check light comes on. And that's your indicator that it's not working. So if you happen to look at it, the check light's on, just turn the fridge off, leave it off for 10 seconds, turn it back on, that'll reset it, and it'll try again. So maybe your propane was turned off, or you are having an issue with the fridge operation on propane. That's the only thing the check light looks for. If you don't have AC, AC will not light up. It doesn't go to check. Same thing with DC. If there's an issue on the DC, it just won't light up. So that's that side, and essentially your temperature control just runs how cold it gets. So turning it up to 5 doesn't get it colder any faster. It just will continue to cool it down inside the fridge. That's that.